Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the types of Acholi communal land ownership. The Acholi owns land communally, and it is also recognized in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Here, we are talking about the Acholi of Uganda, not the Acholi of South Sudan. This is a quick take on the types of communal land in Acholi. Number one is the Timdua. Timdua is literally translated as hunting ground. This is a type of communal land where it is left for hunting. The hunters go and hunt different types of different kinds of animal, cheetah, the antelope, even edible giant rats, and so on and so on. So it's a kind of land where everybody say that for this clan or this community, we're leaving this ground for us to hunt in. Everybody goes and participate in the hunting without segregating anybody. But also the neighboring clans were not allowed, or the neighboring or other tribes were not allowed to hunt unless they seek permission from the responsible authorities, pending acceptance from majority votes, that is democratically. So it requires the majority to accept that if you're a foreigner or a neighboring clan, for you to participate in the hunting in that specific team dua of a particular people. The second type of communal land in Acholi is what is called the Olet. Olet is translated as grazing land. This grazing land here, it helps the community to graze their animals. Basically, the Acholi people rear animals such as cattle, goats. Yeah, they're the most common animals reared by the Acholi people, leave alone the birds such as the chicken and the rest. Because those days the Acholi people used to have a lot of source of meat, like the one for hunting in the bush and so on. So cattle and goats were the major animals which were reared and grazed or browsed. So when the goats are taken for browsing or the cattle taken for grazing, you have to adhere to the principles of those grazing land. It can be each family, you send most especially a boy to take your cattle from what is called the Acoli or the kraal to go and graze it, and it is most of the time rotational. The boys keep changing that. If this week is yours, the next week will be yours, and that thing is still happening up to now. People are still having the grazing land. It is still existing because that is where land can be properly managed without any problem in Acholi. It would be the death of livestock industry in Acholi if grazing land or the let are abolished by the law. Individual ownership of land for let is something very complicated and difficult. Even each and everyone, including you people viewing this video, can accept this statement or affirm to what I've just said. So Olet was always vast, and most of the time it was near water source like rivers or kind of swamp, what they actually call dago. It can be very small swamp of just kind that can be just a size of swimming pool, which may even dry out in the dry season, but most of the time it is near rivers. This is specifically to allow animals easily access the water point without any walking long distances, that would disturb the animal first of all, and secondly, the person who has taken the animal for grazing. Well, the third type of communal land in Acholi is what is called the the Okang. Okang is a land left for fallow. You might have heard this song if you are a Luo and Acholi. You have heard this song by certain artists singing Okang ayu Okang Okang Okang. The lady was meaning that the man is like, people who are insulting the man that is too old. It's like Okang. But despite people saying that, she still loved what? She still loved that man so much because the man is taking care of him. So Okang is a land left for following for two reasons. The first reason is to make sure that the land can regain the fertility. After using the land for so long, the land is left to regain the fertility. The second reason as to why the Acholi people leave land for fallow, the land called Okang, is to reduce surplus, to avoid surplus production. Now, surplus production can lead to food wastage footprint, and that is one of the ways Acholi people could control food wastage footprint that impacts the climate. This is also recognized by the United Nations under Sustainable Development Goal 13, maintaining climate through reducing food wastage, and that's one of the methods controlling surplus production. If you know that you cannot consume beyond this, why produce beyond that? Remember, most of the people in Acholi were predominantly cultivators, and therefore, Acholi were rich, so they practiced less trade. So there was no need for you to produce surplus, unlike the modern time. Now, this surplus, in addition to allowing the soil to gain fertility, the purpose of Okango following the land, was able to make the Acholi people control wastage of resources, labor, time. That time you waste on producing surplus, you go and dance Buala Raka Raka and the rest. Now, the last type of grazing land, the last type of customary land in Acholi is what we call their bear. Not a bear, Lilian. It is their bear, meaning something good. A bear is a very good land for cultivation. In other words, in a simple term, it is cultivating land. Now, this is a land which is very fertile. You can see the soil are dark in color, proving the presence of higher percentage of organic matter content, which helps to regulate the soil fertility. And also, the soil structure looks so nice, looks so yummy for a farmer to enjoy grazing, because it will result into higher yield. That is what is called their bear. A bear is also part of the customary land. Now, all these four types of customary land cannot be sold. I don't think any clan or a connected family tree, what the Acholi people call Dogola. Dogola and Kara, let us say clan and a family tree via household, they cannot accept, they cannot agree to be sold. And any sale would be deemed null and void. Now, there are circumstances where people might sell government properties. People might sell NGO properties, company properties. A driver there, we have ever heard news of people selling government cars, government laptops and computers. What do they do? First step is after getting the property, they recover it back. Second step is arrest the person found using it. Then the third step is that person arrested will have to bring out the person who sold it to him. Thank you very much for knowing the 4 types of customary land ownership communally in Acholi. I think we are getting on well, and if you stay subscribed, you will meet me in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.